Nerd Soul.
Yeah, late ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today, another wonderful episode of Thumbnails. We're getting into that animation, and we can rejoice. Season 2 of Invincible is not back yet, you know what I'm saying? But we do got a little presentation, if you will. Amazon Prime done dropped that Adam Eve special. And if you heard me reviewing the first season of Invincible, I think on the low, Adam Eve is like the strongest character in the show, but she just doesn't realize it. It's similar to, man, somebody in the comments help me out. There was a time when Magneto said something like remarked upon how strong Iceman could be, but he just doesn't really realize his full potential. But anyway, skip that. We're here with Invincible. We finally got something brand new, and we about to get our watch on, man. Going, I'm enjoying it. I'm glad that we got a chance to chill on this. So let's see what you got. Okay. Well, see, at least we know we're going back because we know we're going back to when she was a little kid. So we see in the Lizard League, man, they represented them, or they referenced them in the first season. You know what I'm saying? Now we getting to see the Lizard League. You know, you got a little boy. He kind of whack. I ain't going front. He do look whack. But, you know what I'm saying? Of course, he a rich kid. Well, maybe he's not a rich kid, but he's a superhero rich kid because his mama's the queen. So, of course, he going to be able to do stuff. But even his mama like, look, man, all right, don't be splitting up. All right, we got to stay together because we don't know what's going on up in here. It could be anything. We gotta be careful. And you blowing up stuff like you ain't got no sense. I ain't even want you to blow up stuff, but I still let you do it. Why? Because you my son. And boom, look what you got. Now the Guardians of the Globe up in here because you're blowing stuff up. If you would have been stealth, you know what I'm saying? You would have learned a lesson. But no, you always up in here trying to do what you want to do, all right, instead of doing what's needed. You know what I'm saying? Do what's needed. Now, Guardians of the Globe, seeing them alive again, it is nostalgic. It is nostalgic. Even though we didn't really know the Guardians of the Globe that well, it is nice to see them. It's nice to see. And, Samson's in the house. Shouts to Samson. Samson got the cold fade. I see you, baby. You know what I'm saying? You out here doing things. Oh, and the green character is not a girl. I thought it was maybe it's his sister or something, or maybe it's a second user or something. But somebody in the comments will tell me because I've never read Invincible, and now I don't want to spoil myself, so I'm definitely not reading it. After the show's over, I'll go and read it. But right now, I want to not spoil myself. But seeing the back-to-back skills, you know what I'm saying, like War Woman and Immortal, like together, that's cool. And also the shouts to the very, very intricate exposition that we get in the conversation between War Woman and Immortal, explaining why ain't nobody here. Like, Dark, yeah, he hurt. And Marsha, he with Dark Blood. And Red Rush doing something special too. So it is kind of cool getting that because it's very comic booky for them to do exposition during a fight scene. It's very, like comic book style. And of course, the art style is still here. It looks like the animation has stepped up as far as like the fight scenes go. And there's a lot of destruction, which I do like, you know what I'm saying? Like they are not sparing no feelings up in this. You got Immortal straight molly whopping whatever this big unitard wearing lizard is. And then War Woman is not being stingy with the mace. All right, she is not. Please don't be stingy. But anyway, I also like the moment when she references Omni-Man. When she's like, he's a reservist. And Immortal's like, yo, don't call him a reservist. She's like, but that's what he is. He said he ain't want to be down with us, but he help out from time to time. That's a reservist. You know what I'm saying? That's what he is. And then he's like, you got a lot to learn about men. No, that's not a man thing. That's just Omni-Man being douchey. Now, when Omni-Man shows up, it is interesting to see their relationship, meaning the team of Guardians of the Globe and Omni-Man. They seem to be at least, friendly. You know what I'm saying? He shows up like, hey guys, this is like a very lighthearted entrance. You know what I'm saying? He saves them and he's like, hey guys, how's it going? You know what I'm saying? He seems upbeat. And I mean, unfortunately, we know it's all a game right now, but it's, I don't know, maybe heartwarming isn't the word, but it's nice to see like a simpler time. A time when Omni-Man wasn't crazy. Well, I mean, technically he was always crazy. He was just hiding the crazy. But it's nice to see when he's just regular Omni-Man, not killer Omni-Man. I like that a lot. Oh, okay. Oh, all right, I get it. So the girl is probably what Lizard League was looking for, because of course she's being called the specimen, which is y'all wrong, man. Y'all making these kids and just call them specimens. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. But anyway, the doctor seems to be caring more about Polly, aka Adam's mama, than what the military is saying. So that's a good thing. He also is the quintessential crazy white-haired, like old looking doctor. But shouts to the doctor or the nurse, whoever's bringing Polly into the hospital, because he's like, her kid is a superhuman. He's like, yeah, we didn't notice. Like, bruh, her eyes are glowing pink. Like, bruh, they're like, it's, oh snap, like she done blown up she sent like a energy wave out through the whole operation room. So that's, I guess Polly ain't make it, man. I mean, but she knew she won't go make it. But I mean, it's just, now we know why Adam Eve has them whack parents. Because at first I was wondering why she got these whack. Now we know that weren't her parents in the first place. You know what I'm saying? That weren't originally her parents. Now she got whack parents, and that's what the deal is. Okay, so of course the military caught up with the dude. You know what I'm saying? It looked like, the homie ain't happy. He gonna find his baby. Now we know Adam Eve ain't dead. You know what I'm saying? We saw the dude pick up the scalpel, so unfortunately he had to operate after the lady had passed. But, at least Adam Eve does get to survive, and we finally see Adam's parents. I guess it's good because we see they're crying. They had lost a child, and I can't imagine I can only imagine how it would be to lose a child, and I know it's got to be tough, especially in this situation. But they present them with Sam like it's their child, and to see the joy on the mother's face and everything, you see they're happy. They're like, she says, oh my God, this is a miracle. She's perfect. So how do we go from this moment of her being perfect and her being amazing and her being beautiful and us being so happy and joyful to like how just bad they were as parents? Like she was just trying to be a good kid, and like her parents are just horrible. But okay, so it's showing, I guess because Sam isn't like the other kids. So now, you see mom looking all, anxious and stuff, taking her kid away from the other kids. Look, man, hey, you gotta let your kid kind of discover, cool things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta let her discover like the shows she likes, or like the cartoons or the drawings or whatever. Like, because it's clear to see she's drawing something, and it's clear to see she's drawing kind of like molecule type of stuff. But all you see is her dad like full hateration mode. Already, the kid's drawing molecules at like, I don't know, she looks like she might be 4? I don't know. It's drawing, so it's hard to guess. So, I guess she's like 4 now. Girl is drawing molecules. Like, why you hating? Oh, snap. Got the black babysitter. What's going to happen? Oh, Lord. The boy, he said, at least you will be. Well, okay. He want to prep for his test. All right. He ain't going to do nothing wrong. All right. He just prepping for his test. Brother trying to study. All right. Brother with the short locks trying to study. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, all right. Word. So Sam gonna break down the science on him. All right, she gonna drop science on her brother. All right, there ain't nothing wrong with that. That's word up. She said Mercury's 6s valence subshell doesn't like to play friendly with other particles. That's cool. It's cool that we're now seeing sort of how she understands, I guess, the periodic table from her perspective. Like, she sees them as, it seems like she's describing them like actual people or actual like animals or things. Like, oh, Mercury doesn't like this, like referring to it like a person, which is cool. And then the parents get back. Look, all right, so this is how messed up the parents are. Parents come back, and it's clear that the boy that's babysitting her is super excited. He's like, look at what she's making. Look at all these cool things. It's so amazing. Your kid is so smart. Your kid is a genius. And the dad's face is all screwed up and angry. How are you angry when someone calls your kid a genius? If someone said, hey, NERDSoul, your kid is a genius, I'd be like, oh, snap, for real, word? That's dope. Like, the kid Zach is literally breaking down how awesome and how special your kid is, and all you can see is a worried face from the mother and an angry face from the father. This is not how you nurture your child's mental and emotional development. Yes, there are times when you have to correct the child. Don't get me wrong. But if the child seems excited about science, let the child be excited about science. Let the child do sciencey things. Like, how is he hating? Because the kid is happy that your kid is smart, and he's hating. Like, this, man, she got one of the worst dads in them streets. So now the father is going on about like, oh, well, maybe the kid just made it up. Why would you make that up? Did you see how excited he was? Why would you make that up? Why wouldn't some parents come home and be like, your kid is a genius, and then show the kid all the stuff the kid made, and then thanking the child before he leaves because she helped him understand, molecules or something? Like, God, you know what? At first, in the first season, I was like, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Sam is being a little rough on her parents. Nah, man. Her dad is whack and her mama whack. Like, the dad is whack because he's actively hating on her. The mom is whack because she's passively hating on her. The mother, because don't sleep, it seems like the dad is the worst, right? Because you look at the dad, you're like, oh, look at how angry he is. Just because the mother isn't angry doesn't mean she's not bad too. The fake mama is just as bad. Well, I mean, she's the real mama, but she's just not her biological mom. But all right, so Polly, aka Adam's mom, the reason she's bad is because she coddles and babies Adam. She babies her as if she's not, I guess, aware of how her father is treating her and how her mother is dismissing her. Because her mother is very dismissive. And her mother also wants her to be, quote, normal. Now, I could see if this girl was, mutilating animals and, hurting other kids. But the girl is excited about science. That's not abnormal. That's just a kid being hype about something. Like, what? Like, they're mad. She's mad that she's not good at the other subjects. Are you good at every subject? Like, she mad at the girl for not being good at her other subjects. On the real, you know what, Polly? How about this, Polly and Adam? How about this? Both of y'all bust out your report cards, all right? Bust them out. Let me see them straight A's. Oh, you ain't got none? Thank you. Everybody ain't gonna be good at everything. And you don't need to be good at everything. Jesus. The mother's almost worse because it's like this very indirect and very dismissive, like, I guess, approach to her daughter's development. Almost like her daughter isn't capable. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird because you have the very aggressive and horrible attitude from her father, but then her mother doesn't nurture her. Her mother's like, it's a very passive aggressive way to raise a child. And like now you got Sam who's in the middle of this. You have aggressive, you have passive aggressive. You got the one that's like, you're stupid. And then you got the one that's like, oh, you just can't do this because you're stupid. Like that doesn't make it better. You know what I'm saying? And there it is. The father said, the neighbors are talking about her. What's that number for the school for weirdos? Like, first, she's not a weirdo. This kid is just a regular kid. The kid just be chilling. Like, there's nothing specifically weird that I would say that Sam has done. I mean, yeah, she's staring at a tree, but maybe if you ask her what she sees, then she can tell you, dumb. And then you could be like, oh, snap, you see this? How do you see it? And then she say, I can see it. And then you can understand your child. Because once you understand your child, then you can know whether they need to be corrected or not. But Sam doesn't seem to be a bad kid. She's not acting out. She doesn't like, this fool is calling her a weirdo ever since she's like, what? I don't know, let's say she's like 4 or 5. I don't know how old this girl is. I'm trying to take a guess. But it's just, these parents is bad, bro. They bad. Like, it's tough. Dang, so all right, we see that, and shouts to Lance Reddick, you know what I'm saying? Shouts to him, because once I heard the voice, I was like, I know that voice. We see them trying to remake Adam Eve. So this is basically similar to like the Captain America program, you know what I'm saying? Or the Weapons Plus program or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to remake the Golden Goose kind of thing. And it don't seem to be going well. But unfortunately, these kids are test subjects. Like the boy don't even have a name. Call him Phase 2. So the boy don't even have a name. And, of course, Erickson is not being too kind with his words right in front of the child. It's like these kids, whoo, boy, even though I do believe this would be, closer to what would go on if we had superheroes, man, the Pentagon, the DOD would be on that stuff so fast. You'd be like, oh man, if I was a superhero, I'd be so cool. No, you wouldn't. You'd be in a lab somewhere. They have you sedated. They be testing your skin samples and your blood and your, saliva specimens or whatever. They be doing everything in the world, trying to figure out how you tick so they can make more of you, so they can make soldiers or something like that. And they got the boy putting him in the tube so the boy can't even survive outside. Dang, man. And then of course he's threatening the scientists. He like, you going to go in the tube next. So dang, this is cold, man. Yo, that's tough out there. Tough out there from the streets for them little, test tube babies. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean like them type of test tube babies, but these type of test tube babies. All right, so we do finally see, Val. We get to see Sam meet Val, and she finally finds a kid that she can be cool with. You know what I'm saying? That's good. I like the fact that she can at least have a friend that she can be cool with, that she can enjoy, and spend some time and help with what she's dealing with at home. Have a little getaway, someone who she can vent to, and we get to flash forward to, I guess they're 12-ish, 13-ish. You know what I'm saying? So I do like that. And I do like that they are showing her having someone to bounce ideas off of. So that's cool that she's not completely alone. I mean, when she goes home, she's stuck in that horrible, basically terrorizing situation on her psyche every day. But, at least she has somewhere to go where she can kind of get away and laugh with a friend for a while. All right, so we out here talking about, when we want you to come, or you need to come home when we say come home. Like, I get it. You need to know where your child is because, of course, if she end up getting lost, the police are going to be looking in your face like, where's she at? Why you don't know where she is? So I get that. But stop acting like you really want her around, man. Like all of your actions show that you don't want her around. All right. So like you also have to make a concerted effort to let her know that she's actually wanted, bruh. Like you can't be like, oh, well, you need to be where we say you supposed to be. And it's like, yes, you are right, but you make me not want to be here. Like homeboy literally just dropped on her. He's bombing, talking about, your mother and I were told you were special. What do you mean told you were special? Like how, that is some crucial stuff to say to your child, bruh. Like wow. He said we were told. And then he said, freaks, don't you belong there? You called your daughter a freak. You already, you can already see she feels like she doesn't have a true home. Like she doesn't truly belong. And you literally called her a freak. You said they told us you were special, and kind of like this, in this very, very sarcastic way. How do you expect the child to, bruh, dang, she got some whack parents. Okay, and now we finally have a moment where Sam says, oh, snap, it all clicked. Like, I finally used my power. It all went together and everything worked. So now she discovered that she has the ability to, change atoms and molecules or whatever. And she changed the book to, I guess, glass and changed it right back. So that's a level of power. Like, even the Erickson, the military guy said, I don't want impressive. I want, power beyond measure. I want death on command. You know what I'm saying? That's why in the first season, I was like, can't Adam Eve beat Omni-Man? Like, can't she just be like, all right, well, you have a blood clot in your brain, or you have an air bubble in your heart. Like, can't she just give Omni-Man cancer? And then can't she just literally turn him into dust? Like, can't she Thanos that dude? Oh, and shouts to be able to make, upgrade your lunch sandwiches and your dinner on command. She was like, I don't like this food my mama giving me. Let me upgrade it. Oh boy. Here comes the quintessential scene of the one friend that the character has showing their power to the friend, and that friend saying, oh, you're crazy, you're a freak, this is horrible, I'm so scared, I don't want to be around you. All right, look, I can't speak for all kids. I can speak for the kids that I grew up with and the ones that they knew. If my friend came to me and was like, look, I can change things, I can fix this, bruh, that's the afternoon. The whole afternoon is change this, change that, fix this, fix that. Ooh, all right, cool, check it. I'm gonna throw an apple at you and turn it into an orange before you catch it. You know what I'm saying? Kids at 12, 13? Bruh, I'd be like, all right, we got some bikes and they kind of dusty, they're a little bit old. Can you upgrade these? There would be no shortage of things we would be doing. We'd be like, yo, can you make this? All right, make that, make this, make that. Turn this into that. Bruh, there is no way. This would be the coolest kid in the whole neighborhood. All we would be doing is literally just testing stuff out in, all right, so we be going in the South where they say we go out to the woods and we would just be I change this squirrel into a frog. Cool. I change this tree into, I don't know, a flower. We would just be, bruh, we would be excited about this. We would not be calling that kid a freak. I mean, maybe there might be one hater kid, but bruh, the kids I grew up around, they would think this is the best thing since sliced bread. We'll be like, hold up. So if we go to the arcade, can you make us a whole bunch of quarters? There's no shortage of cool things we would be doing. This kid would be a king or a queen, because it's Sam. You know what I'm saying? Sam would be a literal queen. We wouldn't be like, oh, you're a freak and running away. But I mean, of course, Hollywood got a Hollywood. But it would be great every now and then, to start to change the tide. Because right now, normally the friend that thinks the superhero is cool is at like, I don't know, less than 5%. And the rest of them is like 95%. They lose the boyfriend, lose the girlfriend, whatever. Like, oh my God, you're so weird. But it would be nice to flip that over. You know what I'm saying? Let the people find those things to be cool, because of the folks that I know, and I know I don't know everyone in the world. So I'd say, you know, of the folks that I grew up around, they would think this is cool. Like, especially a whole bunch. We all grew up reading comic books. Bruh, we'd be like, yo, you could be a superhero. I'd be like, yo, can you do this? Can you make weapons? Can you make, there would be no shortage of literal questions and tests that we would be doing, like in empty parking lots behind Food Lion or something, or in the woods or in someone's backyard to like test her skills and test her powers. We would not run away from her. We would be running to her trying to do cool stuff. I'm gonna give a shout out to Aunt Penny. You know, thank you for sending a gift. You know what I'm saying? You did send a gift. It's the thought that counts. You know what I'm saying? And I'm giving you props for that. I ain't gonna hold you. Aunt Penny, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the gift. But Aunt Penny, that dress ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, where did you get that dress from, girl? Come on now. Aunt Penny, come on, Penny. Alright? Like, you, okay, alright. I hate to say this, but to the older folks, why don't you just ask the child what they're into? And you don't have to directly ask. You can just have a conversation with the child and get what they're into. See what they're reading or something. Like, cause she said, pink's your favorite color. She was like, yeah, this could change that. It's like, yo, it's cool to talk to kids and see what they like. And then when you see what they like, you can get something that they like. Like, this is, oh man, that dress was, it was just very, and then the shoulders, the shoulders on the dress, it wasn't the hotness. Like, Aunt Penny, just, you know what, Aunt Penny, I think you need to have a better relationship with Sam so you can know what she likes, or just send money. And see, I would prefer the first option, because sending money sometimes is just like, sending money is cool, but then sometimes it can be very impersonal. It depends on who you're dealing with. Some people just want straight money. Some other people want you to like, yo, get me something, show me that you was like thinking about me. You know what I'm saying? So, but just have a relationship with your niece. Hang out with her, kick it with her. You know, have conversations. Don't send the house on the prairie dress. Oh yeah, that's right. We going out for our first night flight. She out here like static. You know what I'm saying? She out here chilling, got the hoodie on. She's like static, but with the pink hoodie. You know what I'm saying? She out here surfing them waves. You know what I'm saying? You know what? You're getting out there. Even though, this is extremely dangerous too. You know what I'm saying? She rocking some galoshes boots and sliding all over the city like she ain't got no sense. It's cool, but it's also extremely dangerous. This girl is what, 13? She ain't got no help. Like, we need we need a little bit of assistance and guidance. But due to your whack parents, you ain't got no assistance and guidance. Okay, a nice first mission. Some dudes trying to steal dogs. No big deal. Nothing too heavy. And I like the heroic shot of her. She got the full hoodie on, hoodies up. You know what I'm saying? She like, look, ain't gonna be no dog stealing out here. She said, both of y'all shut up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it. Ain't gonna be no dog stealing, and we ain't playing. You come up in here, and I'm gonna have to break you down. You know what I'm saying? They calling her Powerpuff. You gonna learn. You know what I'm saying? Because she turned those masks into straight up, I don't know, metal vice grips of death or something. Like, those masks, she turned them into like straight up heavy metal or something, which is similar to what I said. Bruh, like, her power level is on another level. And I think they can't recreate it because, of course, they don't have the same doctor that they had in the first place. And seeing the doctor approach her for the first time, I like how he's not coy about it. He's just like, hey, look, I got stuff to tell you. You're special. These aren't your real parents. Like, I like how he's not holding back like normally they would do. Of course, he says, hey, I'm not here to hurt you. I want to tell you where you came from. But you don't see her I mean, she's apprehensive, but it's not the regular run away and then we have to do a whole nother scene. She at least walks with him and gives him a chance to like listen. And he's like, no, your parents didn't make you. They're not your real parents. Like, I like how they're moving along with their story. They're not doing this kind of like playing footsie with the story where you got to wait and like, oh, I don't want to hear you're a weird guy. It's like, no, everything is weird now, all right? Because now you flying, you're a kid wearing a hoodie and beating up people and turning their masks to metal helmets. Like, look, give the brother a chance. And she's listening, so I like that. Okay, so he broke down her powers. He said you can't change people or animals. Now, with the idea of changing people or animals, this goes back to what I said back in season 1 about her possibly fighting against Omni-Man. Even though she can't change people or animals, could she do something like I said, now here's a blood clot in your brain. Here's a air bubble in your heart valve. You know what I'm saying? Could she do that? You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, I know that sounds mean, but look, some bad guys need it, all right? And sometimes you need to practice that stuff just in case. Now, of course, you don't want to practice it on good people, but if you see someone out there that's doing evil stuff like a serial killer or something, you can practice it on that person. It'd be all right. You know what I'm saying? Just, be careful. But I don't know. I understand her side and his. His side is like, look, you are a child and I'm scared for you and I'm trying to keep you away from these military people because you are a thing to them. So you got to stop using your powers. But I also understand her saying like, these powers aren't like, it's not like, this isn't just like a random thing that I have. It's not like a tool. Like I can take the hammer and put it in the toolbox and just close the toolbox. This is a part of my mind or whatever. This is part of me every day. This isn't like something I can just store away and just like forget about it. Like I can put it in the attic and don't have to worry about it no more. So, she's like, this is who I am. Now, at the same time, even though this is who you are, you don't have to use these powers in this manner. You can use your powers in a way where it's discreet. You're helpful, but discreet. And you know what? You could do that. It wouldn't be Invincible, but you could have like a Touched by an Angel type show. Shouts out to all my Touched by an Angel fans. If you know Touched by an Angel, then you know. But shouts out, you know what I'm saying, to, man, look, Touched by an Angel was kind of dope back when I was little. But anyway, you could have a Touched by an Angel type situation where she comes in, discreetly fixes things for a town or people and stuff, and they don't know she got the powers, so she's able to use her powers, but, she's also not being found by the military. Also, I love how she ran away from the dude, didn't want to hear him, and now she looking for him because she want to hear him. See, look, to my youth out there, all right, you have to be patient. You have to take time to listen to people and hear them all the way through. Now, once you hear them all the way through, fine, but you can't just run off because now, look, she done ran off. Now she want to go back. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to hear people out, get it, let them get their whole point through. Now, once they get their whole point through, if you like, yo, this doesn't add up, the math ain't mathing, then you can be out. You know what I'm saying? But it looks like we finally, she got a new suit. You know what I'm saying? She got the gloves, better boots. She got a cool tennis skirt. You know what I'm saying? So she, she's stepping up. And I love the shot that they have between her and the kill cannon guy because it shows the scale so perfectly. How he's like this huge mechanical cyborg kind of thing. She just put stone around his feet. She's like, yeah, you can't stop me. And then she like put this big rock over her head. Like, this is cool. I like how she's being inventive with her powers. So I think it's awesome. But I also like how, she's struggling a little bit. It ain't, she's not A+ yet. You know what? Respect to Sam for the comeback. He's like, sorry, kid, you're not made for this. She was like, I literally was. That was a nice comeback. Also, since he's mostly made of things and he's not a whole person, she could just shut him down. She actually didn't even have to have this fight. I mean, we had to have this fight to see a cool action scene. But you know what? She didn't even have to have this fight. She could have just straight shut him down. She could have just separated all of his mechanical parts and dude could have just, I don't know, fell into a puddle of himself or something. She could have just walked off. That would have been some boss anime type stuff. She would have been like, the cool thing is that you're really mechanical, and now it's gone. But I know, she's a kid. You can't, you know what I'm saying? She's a kid. She can't be doing evil things yet. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I say evil. Sometimes heroes got to do something a little bit evil to do good. Now, I'm not saying evil is good. You know what I'm saying? Because some people say evil is good, but evil ain't good. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes to do good, you got to do a little bit of evil. You know what I'm saying? But the evil is still evil. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to front. But seeing her catch back up with the doctor, or the doctor catch back up with her, and her giving him a real opportunity to explain himself and stuff like that, that's awesome. But we also get to see that he's, I guess, rightly or wrongly, protecting the memory of Adam's mother, because it's clear that Adam's mother was not, a volunteer. Well, I mean, she was a volunteer, but she wasn't like some well-to-do woman and everything. She was homeless. You know what I'm saying? She's homeless. Well, she was homeless, but anyway, she was homeless. But I like how he's not telling her that. And I know that's a lie, or a lie by omission, but I mean, you don't want this kid to be like, oh, your mom was homeless and she was desperate, so she became this project. So, that's the only reason you're here, because of the desperation of your mother. Like, come on, man, they ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And her mama was nice. She was a nice, volunteer lady. She just needed some help. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, she passed away, but, she wasn't like, there's no reason to like throw dirt on her mom's memory. You know what I'm saying? Oh, snap. So that dude, so the science dude let the other phases loose. I thought he was going like test them in in the lab type thing. He just set them loose. Wow, bruh. Like, okay, on the level of like, I guess on the level of the military and even the science guy, what do you hope to accomplish just by setting them loose? Are you just angry with the Erickson character, or are you trying to? Are you just angry at the Erickson character, or are you trying to like prove a point that they're strong enough? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, I don't get it. Like, maybe I might have missed a part, and maybe he said something. Please correct me, but it seems like this is a bad idea to set them free, especially when they can't survive outside the tube. Like, yeah, you see one of them just kind of melted. In phase two, you can't tell him nothing. He think he the hotness. You know what I'm saying? He all mad, talking about you don't know. No, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I have to speak for our siblings. Like, bruh, I didn't even know y'all existed. Like, what do you mean our siblings? Yeah, like, you're phase one, I'm phase two. It's like, well, I didn't know that. Maybe if you came to me, on the humbug, instead of, destroying the city, maybe I'd have a different, impression of you. But you out here, you know what I'm saying, acting like you ain't got no sense. Wrecking cars, blowing up stuff, tearing up the bridge. People got to use this bridge. Hold up. Shouts out to Sam. We ain't even see... Yo, shouts out to Sam. Sam, look, they went to attack her, right? All three. It's 3 against 1. Homegirl started hitting her footwork like she was about to start boxing. Bruh, she's protecting herself. She's beating them up. She's throwing cars. Yo, I told y'all, I said it in season 1. Adam Eve might be the dopest character on the low. She just don't, she literally, blew up the bridge below him to create leverage when the dude was about to smash her. Like, on the low, Adam is mad sick. Like, I love this. I love when a character utilizes their powers in very quick and creative ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the fact that she's quick on her feet and she is not afraid to kind of take on all 3 of these people at once. You know what I'm saying? Well, now it's 2 because, y'all losing fast, all right? Y'all phases is dropping. You know what I'm saying? Talk about look at what you're doing. No, look at what you doing. This man said, thank you. She said, I didn't start this. Like, I didn't. She said, I didn't want to do this. And then he said, then die already. Why you want me to die? I ain't did you see, you need to be mad at the military people. I ain't did nothing to you. Don't be mad at me. And I like how the fact, like, all right, so peep, she's turning like atoms into like maces. She's turning them into like sharp bullets. She's like affecting the area around her, creating shields. Like, homegirl is on top of it. And she's not even at her full power. Oh, snap. No, she didn't create body armor. Like, yo, all right, Adam Eve is mad sick, yo. I try to tell y'all, someone who can control matter on like a molecular or like, atomic level or whatever, she's on the low, one of the strongest characters. Oh, snap. Look, homegirl's about to get run over, even made a, she made a ramp over herself. Bruh, you can't beat this girl's, like, level of power. Even though she's getting wrecked right now, she's able to, like, evade, protect other cars. Like, homegirl is really on some hero stuff. Like, she's chilling with that hero life. Homegirl is blocking, attacking, evading cars, protecting cars, taking on two people at once. Bruh, like, oh, snap. No, she didn't make this dude. Oh, she made that dude get hit by the Mack truck. Yo, that was dope. That was incredible. Like, yo, that was awesome. And she's like saving cars. Bruh, you can't get no better than this. Adam Eve is on the low, one of the most versatile heroes, and maybe one of the strongest heroes. Like, the dude threw a car at her, she grabs the car, drops the people out of the car so they're safe, and then slams him with the car. Like, bruh, look, this scene is hotness. Like, shouts to Invincible for doing this, because I said it in season 1. I was like, you know what? Technically, Adam Eve could be one of the strongest characters, if not the strongest character, due to just being able to, like Molecule Man. Dude, Molecule Man is like, what, one of the strongest characters in Marvel? Like she can't really change reality in the way that he can, but you're talking about, like, her just creating matter from nothing. Like, bruh, like, she's on another level, and she's not even full grown. This is young Adam Eve right now. Like, she's sick. Like, her hand-to-hand skills, now, all right, she's getting kind of whipped by both of them. But still, the fact that she was able to hold up this long, yo, I give her mad credit for that. Like, oh, snap. Shouts out to the Doc for coming in and saving her. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the Doc. The Doc came in at the last second, gave her a chance to catch her breath, get a second wind. Yo, man. Oh, and he knows who the doctor is. That's nice. Oh, see, man, look. This dude is nice. Phase 2, he's ruthless. And he ain't toothless, but he's ruthless. But notice how Adam she's continuously trying to help people. And this is a shout out to Solar Grey. Solar Grey was talking about how important it is for heroes to focus on saving people. Like, even though, of course, we want them to beat up the bad guys, but it seems like she is equally focused on fighting the bad guys and also, protecting the people that are in the wake of the, destruction type stuff. And it's sad because you see phase 2, he's crying, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a thing to them. He hasn't had a childhood in the way that, it's not like Adam's childhood has been great, but he's had to live in a vat of, I don't know, kind of sustaining juices or something like that. And he's just dying without being in the tube, and he's like, look at me. And he's like, basically just withering away. So it's sad. It's sad. It's a touching moment when she hugs him and holds him while he like fades away, because they are siblings to a certain degree. But even the doctor says, I can't help him. There's nothing I can do for him. And like you said, goodbye, Eve. And they held hands. So it's weird. You know what I'm saying? It's, dang, I wish everything was different for us, man. That's, bruh. Y'all trying to hit a brother's heart right now, man. This is top quality animation. Oh snap! Now Erickson done caught up with him. You know what I'm saying? And Erickson ain't gonna be happy. So I don't know how they gonna handle this situation, because Erickson is, like you said, he said she a weapon, and I got her back. That's all he care about. Yo, shouts out to Sam being like, look, I'm here because I'm letting y'all have me here. Don't sleep. Like, I'll kill everybody up in this joint. Let Dr. Brandyworth go. You know what I'm saying? But I also wouldn't be like, I'll stay. No, I'll be like, look, we both going out here. You ain't keeping me, and you ain't keeping him. But what you gonna do is let us both go before I have to break y'all down to the very last compound. Oh snap, Erickson done kept the mama alive? Oh snap, yo. Wow, because when he said research partner, I was thinking he was gonna kill the other doctor. Yo, he still had her mama? Bruh, Erickson is a piece of work. Not only did her mama die, but you done shot AKA technically her daddy. Erickson, it ain't looking good for you, player. And he got upset. That was an accident. Like, no, it won't. No, we gonna put an accident on you right now. Yo, what did I tell you? Adam Eve is straight going Dark Phoenix. I don't think she would lose in a 1v1 versus Omni-Man. I don't think she'd lose. Like, if she goes Dark Phoenix level, because remember he said, like, yo, like, you can't do people and animals. And, like, she just said, like, I can rearrange y'all. I can do whatever I want. Like, I can see every single molecule around. I can do anything I want. Like, homegirl is doing that anime glow with the hair flowing in the air, and there ain't no wind in there. You know how it is when someone gets so much power that their hair be like floating in the air and there ain't no wind. Oh, you know you in trouble. So Shorty straight took their memories. Like, that's a whole nother power level up. In this short period of time, we've seen her go from like, slowly just knowing, you know, what molecules are, being able to see them, being able to affect them. Now she's able to like just literally take people's memories. Bruh, Adam Eve is a whole nother level. Like, bruh, I tried to tell y'all in season 1. Now I know there's gonna be some people in here that already read Invincible, already finished it years ago, and like, man, we already knew that. But I'm just saying, for someone who didn't read, and since I'm watching the show, I'm kind of one of those people, once the show starts, I don't read it until the end because I don't want to be spoiled. But like, yo, man, homegirl is on point. I don't know why y'all fronting like she ain't sweet. Okay, so Sam gets home. And she forgot that it's her birthday because, you know, a whole lot went on. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had, you know, biological brothers and sisters that she just had to kill today. Her father just got killed today. Her mother, who she thought was dead and her dad thought was dead, she just died today. And the surrogate parents that should have been happy, appreciative, and respectful of the gift that they were given when they lost their child and thought they had regained their child, have been completely squandering that gift of a child her whole life. She gets home and they're like, yo, where have you been? It's your birthday. And, you know, he's getting ready to lay into her. Adam's getting ready to lay into her. And she's like, hold up, did you eat my cake? And it is kind of like weird for you to have already eaten her cake. Like, you could have ate other food. Like, bruh, like, that cake is supposed to be for her. I mean, of course it's for the party, but it's for, like, everybody. Like, you know what I mean? You know what birthday cake is for. So, like, for him to eat her cake, it's like, come on, bruh. It's just that extra added disrespect. You didn't have to eat her cake. So he takes a big slice out of her cake. That was like a hunk slice, too. He took that daddy slice. But still, then he starts to lay into her talking about, we're the only family you got. Yeah, and look at how horrible it is that you're the only family she has. Like, God, they're horrible, man. I know it seems like I'm harping on the parent thing, but there's been 2 news reports in the last month of parents. No, 3 reports this month of parents, or I guess technically last month of this month, of parents removing their children. I'll say that because this is a family show, and I'll try, and it just hurts because these kids are trapped with you. They don't have any other option. They're not adults. They can't leave. They need your love, your care, your attention, your understanding, or at least the best you can do. And what you're doing is not your best, Adam. This is not your best. Polly, this ain't your best. And your child deserves, as a parent who, I love people in general, but I love kids. Kids are awesome, man. Kids connect us back with just like the freedom of life, where you don't have to be bogged down by the rat race. And there's so much love and promise inside of them, and oh my God, these parents are horrible. I cannot stand these parents. But what do you think is going to happen with Sam? If you are continually beating her down, do you think she gonna want to stay around? Really? Yo, that remaking of her family photo was very telling, and also a turning point, I think, for her. Well, no, I think this whole day has been a turning point, but that remaking of her family photo, I think, was the last straw. Now it's just, basically it's, her family, she's just here. You know how when perfect example, kind of like a job. And I know a job and a family isn't exactly the same, but what I mean is, when you're done with your job and you're ready to quit, and you're showing up, but you're already, you on Craigslist, you on Monster, you on every single LinkedIn, you looking everywhere. You going on interviews on your days off, you taking, cause you're I'm here, but I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with y'all. I'm here physically, but I'm out. So I would love to say Adam, I would love to say all right, Adam had a great, childhood and upbringing, but, and maybe there was just a change later in her life, but her parents were always bad, man. Always. Her parents were always bad. Dag, man, dag. And it says, where was Mark Grayson during all this? Mark Grayson was a young skillet who ain't had no powers yet. Oh snap! Look at young Debbie. Oh snap! Mark Grayson done put on a fake suit with duct tape. He ready to be a hero, boy. He said, even if I don't have powers, I could just tie people up with duct tape. He said, I don't know if that's going to work as well as you hope it will, kiddo. Oh man, that's funny. It is cool seeing him make his own little suit. Cause of course, kids want to be like their dad. Well, hold up, let me take it back. Kids that have a good dad want to be just like their dad. You don't see Sam wanting to be like her dad. Want to know why? Because her dad is crummy. It's a family show, so I'm trying to be as nice as possible. He's a real piece of work. You know what I'm saying? So I generally have a attitude towards those type of dads. So it's one of those things where if you're a good dad, your kid don't want to be like you. And you see, Omni-Man, even though he's faking to be a dad. Well, no, he's actually his real dad, but you know what I mean. He's faking to be a good dad, but his kid wants to be like him. And you see, Sam, that is not the case. Uh-oh. I know y'all saw that face on Omni-Man. Yo, he was like, that boy ain't never gonna get powers, is he? And she was like, even if he doesn't, we'll love him just the same. He had a look on his face like, look, maybe I should just go in and kill them now and restart. But then you see him kind of fall back into this attitude of, maybe what am I doing? Why, because I mean, he's starting to care. So kind of like, what am I doing? How can I do this? Kind of, he has that like look on his face, which is why, I mean, of course, we've theorized in the first season, that's why he just up and left. Because he was just like, this is my son, it's still my son, what can I do? So, with all that said, did I like this? A whole lot. This was awesome. And getting to see a little bit of Mark's upbringing was cool too, because you have this boiling up under Omni-Man, and you have this kid that, loves his dad, apparently. So we'll see how this plays out, man, in the next season. I hope we get the season soon, because I'm ready to see season 2. But this has been a nice treat. I will admit, this has been a nice treat. I'm glad we got it. So, of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. Until next time, this is me to you saying peace.